I'm Owen Bigland. This is the Inside Edge video blog. Okay, last month I posted a video tour on one of my Saturday blogs about a detached home in Mount Pleasant that I had listed. And every now and again, as you guys know, I do that on my Saturday blog. If I have an interesting home that I'm listing, I'll do a video tour and post it there with some drone footage and that kind of thing. So the one I did last month was a detached home in the Mount Pleasant area, Cedar Cottage, Mount Pleasant on East 14th. And, not much of a house. It was a very old house built in 1912. It was an old A-frame home. And I didn't even show on that particular one the interior of the home because it was pretty much original. For most potential buyers on this, it was a tear-down house. But what I did want to showcase is the incredible neighborhood. This area of Mount Pleasant is really transforming over the last 5 years. And I think in about another 10 years, you won't even recognize this area. It's always been kind of a working class neighborhood, 80, 90, 100-year-old wood frame, A-frame homes in the neighborhood, some duplexes, some triplexes. Now it's being built up by, luxury duplexes, single-family homes, and then a lot of this new product called the stratified coach house, which I'm going to get to in a minute. But the play on that video and why I wanted to show it to people was a couple of things. A, the incredible neighborhood, tree-lined street, 5 minutes to downtown Vancouver. But it was also the zoning on this home, which was RT-5. Now, RT-5 zoning is quite unique. Some people think it's all over the city, and it's not, because I get people that say that's quite common, and RT-5 zoning isn't. But what RT-5 zoning allows for is a legal stratified duplex, plus, this is the big difference here now, is a stratified coach house. Now, coach house should not be confused with a laneway home. Laneway homes have been around for a long time. They're fantastic. But you cannot sell a laneway home. A laneway home is attached to the main home and you can only rent it or live in it as the owner. A coach house, on the other hand, can be individually sold. You'll have your own title on it. And the coach house also has a percentage of the lot that it's sitting on. So in this particular home I sold on East 14th, make a long story short here, I listed it, I did showings for a full 8 days. I think I ended up with about 26 showings on the home, although a lot of the potential buyers for this didn't even bother looking at the home as far as builders go. They just size up the lot and the location. When offer night came, I ended up in a bidding war as expected. This home sold well above asking price. As a matter of fact, over $250,000 over asking. It ended up settling at just under $2 million. And this is for a 30 by 122 lot, so a little narrower than a standard lot, which is 33, but it's this RT-5 zoning. So what a new buyer can do with this is build a legal duplex, front, back, up or down duplex with 2 individual titles, and then the game changer is a coach house. Not a laneway, a coach house, which again is stratified and then can be sold on its own title. And you're starting to see this popping up in a lot of these areas now. Mount Pleasant has the RT-5 zoning in a lot of places. Grandview Woodlands also has it. Now, these stratified coach houses are an interesting product that you're going to start to see more of. And I really like them. They're not for everybody, that's for sure. But essentially, you're buying your own individual, small little home. And they're just starting to kind of hit the market last fall, and we are going to see a lot more of them moving forward. I actually was in a bidding war on the buying side on one earlier this year, just off Victoria Drive in the Grandview area, Woodlands area. Really nice little house. I had a tech worker that was my buying client. Unfortunately, we missed out on it. I had shown him many condos in downtown Vancouver, Yaletown, but this one caught our eye. Now, this was a just under 1,000 square foot, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. These coach houses essentially take the footprint of where the garage is, which of course some people are going to criticize because it's not much of a view or anything else. You're in the back lane. But I have been, the few that I have seen so far, and this one that I offered on, I was very impressed with. This home had a very high finishing. As I say, 1,000 square foot, 2-bed, 2-bath, polished concrete floors, radiant heat. It had a Bosch on-demand hot water system. This home had a steel or aluminum roof on it with about something like a 50-year warranty. Incredibly high finishings, gas range, very good high-end appliances, I say, fixtures, beautiful walk-in showers, backlit under the vanities. Really nice home. When my guy saw it, we offered. They had a couple of other offers on it, and we missed out. These are selling now. This particular home sold for just over $1,050,000 plus GST. So we'll call it just over $1.1 million. And that's kind of the way most of these are at right now. There are a few on the market right now, including one that just got completed across the street from the house I just sold on East 14th. It's currently listed at $1,138,000 plus GST. So we'll call it $1.2 million for 1,000 square feet. Some of these homes, these coach houses, will have, most of them have an outside one parking spot, a pad beside your home. This particular one on East 14, some they're doing enclosed garage. So this one has its own enclosed garage, which is a nice benefit. You can walk right in through the garage. But these are a nice product. I'm looking forward to listing some of these over the next few years. I'm also looking forward to offering and representing buyers on some of these homes. Have a look at them. There's not a lot of them on the MLS right now, but you're going to start to see more, including this house that I just sold on East 14th. The potential buyer here more than likely is going to tear this house down, build a duplex, brand new luxury duplex, I might add. Each one of these duplexes will sell for probably about $165,000, $170,000, maybe even I'm seeing some of them push $1.8 depending on the size of them and the lot size, plus GST. Coach houses will be selling with GST for around $1.2 million. So not going to move the needle on affordability. Yeah, we're increasing density in these neighborhoods in East Van, but I talked about this a few years ago when they announced these rezonings for the city of Vancouver, how it probably wasn't going to move the needle much on affordability. We're talking $1.2 million for the coach house and, upwards of $1.7 or $1.8 for half a duplex. Now, depending on the lot size with some of these RT-5s, you might be able to do a duplex, an actual triplex, a full, two duplexes, half duplexes, plus something like a garden suite, and those might sell more in the, $800, $850 range, plus the coach house. So it'll be an interesting product. I saw on Twitter some people, of course, on Twitter, so much negativity on there. People criticizing these coach homes, saying, look at these little doll houses and, who would buy these? You're basically buying a shed in the backyard and you're looking into the alley. And for sure, you're not, the location of them, it depends on the neighborhood. But, overall, I think these are a pretty interesting and a pretty good product for the right buyer. I tell you, if you saw this particular one that I offered on Grandview, I was just blown away by the feel and the look of this home. Very modern, contemporary. It looked like something out of Architectural Digest. My buyer, of course, I had shown him a lot of product. We were blown away by this. I mean, the faucets were tankless toilets on the wall, faucets that are put right into the wall as well. Just a lot of little details, an extra 10, 15K probably this seller spent just on the final little finishings. And it's not going to be surprising, I think, if as these start to hit the MLS, they should receive some pretty good interest. I think, and I know for me, when I've got a buyer in that 1.2 range and we're looking at Yaletown and the West End, if the right one comes up, I'll probably put it on my showing list and send it to them just to get a look, or for comparison's sake, have a look at some of these coach houses. So you're going to see more of this moving forward. I think they're an interesting product. This RT-5 zoning is very hot right now. I tell you, if you're watching my blog and you're in East Vancouver and you've got RT-5 zoning and you're thinking about maybe selling your home in the next year or so, give me a call. you may want to consider selling it sooner rather than later. Right now, this market is ultra crazy hot, and especially when you throw in the RT-5 zoning. I'm setting record-setting prices now for these for the size of lot on an RT-5 zone. As I say, this one I just sold for just under 2 mil. That's a record price. That's a new record price. It'll probably get knocked off later this summer, but for now, as far as I know, on a 30 by 122, that's a new all-time high watermark there. I'm Owen Bigland. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.